order. Let me see here. Just refreshing everything. That looks good. Pull this up. And pull this one up here. Alright. We are officially live. Welcome back to Decoy-Gaming, everybody. My name is Juunchi, and today we are jumping back in for part 2 of Remnant 2. I almost called it Remnant from the Ashes, but that was the first game. And I just have to say, straight out the gate, I hope everyone else is as hyped as me, because Oblivion Remastered just shadow dropped today out of nowhere. We weren't sure whether it was going to be an announcement for a future date or like a, hey, this exists and here's a vague trailer for 5 more years. Freaking Oblivion. That is like a legendary game in the gaming space. And so basically what I'm saying is we need to speed run through this game so we can stream that. Because I absolutely need to play that, but I don't want to play it without anyone on the channel seeing. So we're going to be playing that on the channel, and that might be the longest series. Dare I say, it could be longer than the, oh gosh, what was that series called Decoy did? I'm blanking right a second out of excitement. It might be longer than the, was it Palmon or something like that? The Pokemon-like game he played. That's like a bajillion parts.
Right.
Okay,
well,
he's not many for me. From what I remember from playing this game forever ago was, I know there's a way to get some sort of automatic, I don't want to call it a pistol, but basically like an Uzi. Oh, what is this? Now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. What's with this chest? Hold up. Any codes here? I don't see any numbers. Received a package from my friend along with his note. He sent something extraordinary. Small cube could be the key. There's nothing left for me here. So this is Ford's old journal. I just want to find said code for said box. Okay. Well, now we have a side objective here. I guess I'll look around, just kind of scan these notes here. See if I see any numbers. Or maybe something on the walls. But yeah, I'm so excited to try the Oblivion remaster. Apparently they updated the combat to be something between Skyrim and Oblivion, and a bunch of other updates and things that has all the DLC, I guess. I never played the original Oblivion past maybe an hour or two. It was really kind of hard and janky, to be honest with you, by the time I played it. So I'm excited to see it in all of its newfound glory. I apologize. Let me just really quickly, I actually have to plug my phone in so I can keep up with my Twitch chat. I'm sorry for being unprepared. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I am normally more prepared than this. At least slightly, I would like to believe. But we got my phone. I'll charge it up so I can continue monitoring that chat, just in case. Leave this here, and we'll be good to go. I just want to look up real quick something about that chest to see maybe where I would need an area I need to check at the very least. Remnant 2. See? Chest. How to unlock the chest. Okay. So they said it's in Ford's room. I don't want them to give me the code. But I would like a little bit of a guide here, especially since our goal is to now blast through this game. I want all the loot first of all, for sure. Just gonna scan through this super quickly one more time. I just don't understand really where they would have found the code in Ford's room. Because that is all that jazz that I just read. This is Ford's room, isn't it? It's not like a note or something, right? Is it like cheekily on the box? No. I can't get to that side. I keep trying to look at these pictures up here, but they're so beyond unrendered that I don't think there's much point to it. Trying to look at maybe clues or something. Some sort of visual indication of what the code might be. Trying to think. Do I have like items or something? Didn't he give me this flashlight? Maybe it's on the flashlight. Oh wait, is that it? How do I... Ooh, we're gonna go around here. Does that say 0415? Wait a minute. Oh, wrong one. 4, 1, 5? Is this it? Yeah. Oh, is that a key? Cargo control key. Cargo. Okay. Well, now we gotta figure out what that goes to. Cargo control. Interesting. I guess we will walk this way. I'm trying to think of like where cargo. Maybe that ship or over this way. Let's check the ship first. Actually, I don't think we can get on that ship. So I might have answered my own question with that. So I guess we'll go back if we can. Decoy, thanks for dropping the Twitch. I appreciate you. Trying to see here.
We gotta find joy where we can, while we can.
Listen, I know.
It's not over here. I don't think I can go back any further. Let me look at this map. Because that just goes up here to that guy. I don't know what's at the top there, but I don't think it would be there.
Yeah. Kind of boring if you ask me. I'd like a little more adventure in my life sometimes.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah? Well, we can sneak up. Do some exploring.
What's up, Zelda?
Just you and me?
Welcome back with the What Up Punk.
Yeah.
Ready to watch more? Alright, sweet. Oh, we're ready to get through it. Hey, I don't know if either of you saw, I said it in the stream earlier today, but Oblivion just shadow dropped the remaster today. So I'm just super excited to try that after we beat this game.
Don't worry, Mr. Guardian. I'll protect you.
Very excited to have anything Skyrim-like. Especially on this channel where, infamously, Decoy has not played, to my knowledge, any Skyrim ever. Which hurts my soul a little bit. But we'll fix that here. And we'll get some Skyrim stuff going for us. Okay, I'm a little confused now. Maybe if I go this way. We have to find where this key goes to. That is our first objective. So confession, I tried to play Oblivion, but I didn't make it out of the basement. Oh, you mean like... Oh yeah, you have to mean the original because that one shadow dropped today. Yes, so I also tried to play Oblivion, and I played for like an hour or two, I was just saying, and I don't know what it is, but that was like... It was so difficult. It was oh, this has to be it. The door. Yeah, but yeah, it was janky and difficult, and I didn't know what was going on. Skyrim, I understood. Skyrim, I can get down with.
My lucky day.
This is the gun I was trying to find. Oh yeah. Okay, so we now have an automatic for our secondary, which is huge, and I'm all about that. I love Skyrim so much; it was really disappointing. That's exactly how I felt, honestly. Maybe I don't switch this yet until I can upgrade it a bunch. There's a purple. I need the purple. That's a gun. It's like a Tommy gun. How the heck do you get that? I need that. Can't go these ways. Definitely can't just break through the glass. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's a portal there, which means I have to take a portal probably to get to that. Pretty sure that's some kind of a portal. And I don't think there's to my knowledge, another portal on the map here. So we might have to wait on that one. Yeah, I really struggled with the original Oblivion and just understanding the mechanics and how everything worked. Never got through it, but I'm excited to report that apparently this new Oblivion is remastered, and it's the combat's tweaked, so it's like something between Oblivion and Skyrim in terms of how it plays, and lots of other improvements, all the DLC. Very, very excited to jump in and see what's on offer. I guess we'll go back to... Is this the boss room that I was in? I don't 100% remember where we left off. We're gonna find out today. Okay. Oh, right, we just entered this here. Oh, we might as well explore whatever's over here. Find what we find.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Nothing there. Okay. I am worried about the flying enemies today. Not gonna lie. I didn't mean these. Okay. Although, I can kind of snipe them out the sky pretty easily. There's no way I hit that. Let's be real. What is that? Oh, speaking of. The advantages of having a sniper rifle. Alright, I gotta be a little careful here to make sure I don't run out of ammo.
Great, more bad news.
And this pistol hits pretty far, I will say, for that damage drop off. Although part of that could be my perks. Should be totally fair. Alright. Chill. Okay, chill out. I don't know what's happening. Kill these guys. No? Oh my gosh. Do you craft it, buy, or find ammo? So for this... Oh, sorry, 1 second. I just got a text message. I'll answer that in 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. For this, you can find ammo, but I think you can also buy it if you might be able to buy it. I'm not sure, but I know it drops all the time.
Here they come.
And I might be crazy saying this or completely lying to you, but it might actually drop more with melee. I wouldn't say it's like scarce necessarily, at least on the normal difficulty, if that's what you start on. Because the way I feel this game is meant to be played is starting on the normal difficulty, and then as your character gets stronger, going up in difficulty if you're having an easier time, kind of like Diablo in a way. In my opinion. Okay, that's definitely a boss gate right there for sure. Or something. Actually, maybe it's not. Maybe everything's cool. Whoa. Those guys' attacks really don't do much, huh? Ooh, a ring. Let's go. What's it do? Grants 1 stack of bulwark. Increases health regeneration by 0.3 per second for each stack. Okay. I will rage quit. Wait. I will always be normal difficulty. I don't like the struggle. I will rage quit with the quickness. I totally understand that. I've often rage quit so many times. Funny enough, definitely I've rage quit this game before too, which is so funny that it's going other than like at least regarding to the enemies so far, going incredibly smoothly for me. But I am happy with that. I'm sure we'll hit a wall eventually, especially since I just don't know what bosses are going to come up, and definitely haven't seen all the areas or bosses before, as that isn't possible in one playthrough. Didn't mean to jump that far. Ow. Okay, that's a big boy. I'm gonna dump him with pistol ammo right now. chill. Go. Yeah, so this red is the long gun ammo.
Oh, holy hell.
And then that white ammo that drops that you've seen is the pistol. Or handgun, as they call it. That bird made a noise, I would have never looked over there. I should probably heal. Annoyingly enough. Are you kidding me? Those deer are so obnoxious. They definitely shouldn't be able to damage you. And it's even more annoying because you don't get anything from killing them. I wonder if you'll find the swamp boss again. That thing was almost a rage quit day. Swamp boss. Oh, you mean the one? Do you mean the one that was in the water? I am worried about that. I think about him often. I think that was like early on in our, I don't want to call it a playthrough because we didn't finish, but our game session there that we encountered that guy. Let's see. I'm thinking, okay, I can't do the long shot because it auto upgrades with every level. I don't know how I feel about this gray health regeneration thing. I don't think it's really necessary. How about some more health? Why not? Pretty sure you can respec at some point too. Okay, one sec, it's way too hot in here. Whew, okay, so much better. So, ooh, push pop there, good, good. Yeah, because from what I remember of this game, if I'm not mistaken, which I often am, I think you, every time you go through a doorway, it might be the yellow doorways, you have a chance of, well, not a chance, but you get like almost a random world, I think. If I'm understanding how the game works right. Now, I know there's a whole nother section of this map I didn't explore, which really bugs me. And there's definitely stuff over there. I think it's worth the run back, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I could just, let's rest at the push pop. But then if I rest here, I'm tempted to peek forward because I'm pretty sure this is a boss door with the gray ones. Yeah, the water one. It was a nasty boss fight. It was, man. It was. That was brutal. Okay. Oh, this is a boss. This is a boss. Yeah. This guy's got clones. I remember struggling with him. Okay.
Shit.
I remember these things. Up out of the ground. I don't remember what they do, but it's not good for me. Right, they're eggs. Okay. Armor down, let's have a heal. He's gonna be right on top of me. Can I bleed him? Oh shit! Okay, that was a cool attack, to be fair. That was really sick. I forgot he did that. So I know I might have seemed like a doofus taking all those shots, but this one thing I have, the longer you're aimed in, the more damage they take. So, I don't know. I'm tempted to maybe not use it. I also didn't even see if he was bleeding there. It's hard to say. No way. Alright. Well, that was a bad attempt. I was talking smack about this game. And the game heard me. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I don't know. Let's do it. Mark him. And then yoink. I play Dark Souls, okay? You can't get me 5 times in a row, I'll tell you that much. One of these things. 2, 3, 4, then I think... Oh, there's a 5th one. Try this. Nope. Come on. Need to see if he bleeds from that. He is bleeding. He's teleporting. I'm on stamina though. It's fine. Stay calm. I can heal. This ain't going well. It's not going very well. This, that. 8 of them? Alright. Let's do this, gamers. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to do that. This is my worst showing yet, I will say. This, even though he's gonna do the eggs. Heal up while we can. Okay, I missed one egg. Oh, of course I did. It's fine. Pop that guy. I'm sure I have stamina, because he is gonna come. No way. 2, he does 3 of those, and then he disappears. Wow, there's some guy. Boy, he doesn't give you much window to attack him, huh?
This ain't good.
This might be it for me. It's it for one of us, I can tell you that. These eggs have to go now. One egg. No. Oh, crap. That was close. I was not prepared for that fight. Okay. Not bad. I mean, that was rough, but also, hey, we did it.
Out of room.
So scary. Ooh, a chest. Gosh, sorry. People are making plans in my DMs here. Just FYI. Sorry about this. Damn it. I keep pulling up my... freaking voice to text on this new phone I got. I say new phone, it's an old phone. I told you guys that yesterday, though. Okay. Phew. Let's, I guess, put this new trait point in. You know, I never go more health in games. I really don't. Like, it's a very rare upgrade for me. I'm wondering if it's just worth the investment. But at the same point, mod power generation, because once I get better mods, I'm going to want them as often as possible. Even if I get rings with mod power gen. Oh man. Coffee. Delicious coffee. Don't know if I said it already, but if I didn't, hope everybody's days are going well so far. Happy Tuesday. Happy Shadow Drop Oblivion Day. As some would say. I'm excited we killed the boss already. That's a good start to the stream, half an hour in. Maybe we can get 3 today. Trying to think. Not exactly sure what. Well, oh, what is this? Some sort of altar. Oh, Blood Moon altar. This is what those blue things or purple things I was shooting in the sky yesterday. You can buy stuff with those. I forgot about that. Gain a stack of bulwark for each active summon. I don't have summons, brother. Haunting family visage. What does this do? Okay, so this has bone resistance. Taco Tuesday. Yes, that's right. Sadly, no tacos around here, but I did have a chicken wrap yesterday, so we'll count it. This book interests me. Faded Grimoire. So an amulet and materials. Oh, a melee weapon. Its compact design makes for swift yet hard-hitting blows. Interesting. I'd be interested to see if I fully committed to like a melee build in this, how it would do. I know I can always switch classes at a later time. Before we go through there, or maybe we do just go through there first. Yeah, there's a push pop. We gotta get that. Need the heals. Definitely need them heals. Having a Discord discussion at this exact moment about walking tacos. Do you know what those are? I do. Okay, so hear me out. I have a weird relationship with them, and I'll explain why really quickly. So normally a walking taco, in my experience, is in a Dorito bag. And I am notorious for not usually liking Doritos. And for those who don't know, a walking taco is usually like in some sort of a chip bag. Usually Doritos, in my experience, with the taco meat and stuff. Essentially, the bag is your shell, and you just kind of mix it all together, and you eat it within the bag. From all the ones that I've gotten, normally I just don't like Doritos. I never eat them, but in walking taco form, I think it's delicious, especially if like you're out at specifically like a theme park or something. I know, everyone loves Doritos. I am like 1 in a billion here. Not in a good way. But yeah, that's just how I feel, you know? I mean, like I said though, I conceded to, I do like them within the walking taco format. Guy almost got me. Cheeky. There is a dark spot on the map here I want to go towards, even though it's probably not there. This is why we don't take your food advice. It's just so ironic coming from someone who eats completely plain tacos. And that's why I'll never be hurt by your food opinions there, Decoy. But it's okay. We're still friends, and I love you. I just don't know how you eat things you do without more labor. Anyway. Seems like a good call. Oh, you have no idea the war crime this man commits. Moving on. This really got out of hand here. Ooh, we leveled up. Let's go. I don't really need to because I needed to heal. Tacos should consist of meat and cheese and sour cream for sure, and spicy salsa. But okay, so even Decoy would disagree with that because he has just meat,
This isn't looking
which
good.
blows my mind. You guys are really distracting me there. Okay, I hate these rollers. I want to get out of this area. I just need to know. What the hell is that sound? I need to know what's in this dark spot over here.
Come on.
Is there another freaking bird? Oh my gosh, man. Cheese doesn't agree with me, so meat and seasoning for me. But just the meat is just, I don't know, it just saddens me. Like, you know how you guys don't like the fact that I'm not a fan of Doritos? It saddens me that you don't like more stuff on your taco. Like, I want you to enjoy it even more than you already do. It's nothing notorious or notorious. What I'm trying to say, hostile. Okay, sorry, I just had an email pop up. Don't be sorry, Zelda. It's totally fine. It's all fun and jokes here. We're not being serious. I welcome the conversation. It's a good distraction from the stress of this game. Okay. Now I'm getting turned around. Where the hell did I come from? It's not there. The lack of cheese is a little sus, but just meat is way better than adding lettuce. I mean, I would agree with that as someone who doesn't eat veggies. No, boo this man. Listen, buddy, listen. What is this blue marker here? Oh, that's the Blood Moon altar. Okay, so that's where the boss was. So I intended to go to that door over to the right. There's these dark spots over here. Oh, see, and there's something up here I missed. Does anyone else's OCD do this when you play games? You have to go to these spots, because I do. I need to know. I also need to keep an eye out for more Blood Moon crystal thingies in the sky. Oh, there's one right in front of my face. Yes, completionist over here. Yeah. Yeah. I need to know, especially if you know. Oh God, hold on. Too much is happening. Is that a word? What do you mean? Completionist? Completionist is a term. Or were you saying, is that a sword? Without the S. Everything must be checked. Shoot! That wasn't the time to pop that. Oh my god, oh my god. Wait. Just absolutely mag dumped that man. And even though I missed this way earlier, I'm kind of farming in a way here too, so that's kind of nice. In terms of scrap and materials and levels. Imagine there's nothing here. Because it's looking right now like there's nothing. This is what I was coming over here for. That's why I have all 900 Koroks in Breath of the Wild. You're insane for that. So many hours searching, literally no stone unturned. I will allow it if it's in spell check, then it counts. Spell check will do us no wrong. How did both of you... Okay, this is such a random older person question for all of us, but probably relevant to no one else in the chat. How do you both feel about them adding like AI assistants into like Microsoft Word and stuff? When, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school and we did the Microsoft Word classes, we had to learn all that stuff by hand. Oh, look at this. And now there's all this. Sure, ask Granny Zelda, yeah. Dude, AI scared me. Like, as in it doesn't scare you anymore and you've conquered your fear? Or, what do you mean? Look at this guy just sitting up here. Never mind, that's not a person. Oh, it scares you, like, still, like you haven't gotten over your fears. Got it. Oh, we all have trauma. That's a wild statement. Not everyone has trauma, but, you know, anyway. I just, like, from what I understand, like, you can have, like, different prompts and stuff. This is the most boring conversation ever, but, you know, it can type stuff for you. I just feel like there's a lot less emphasis nowadays on, like, having a typing class. More about, like, you kids know how to use ChatGPT? Is that a purple thing I saw, or am I tripping? No, I have a legit concern for when tech takes over. I mean, yeah, it's already starting to. It's already in our emails and on our phones. Like that. Or are you thinking like an iRobot situation? Shout out iRobot. So sick of these rollies. Okay, it's fine. Everybody relax. Don't freak out. See a purple thing over here. Yeah, I'm all for the IRL iRobot movie. For sure, they used to tape paper over my hands in high school, so I would learn to type. Right. Oh, they taped paper over your hands to Decoy? I don't think I ever got the paper tape. We just did, especially in like elementary school, we did an obscene amount of like games that were for typing. And then eventually that evolved into sometime in, I want to say middle school or high school. Oh my gosh, hold on. Sometime in middle or high school we started doing like proper like certification for Word. I'm gonna die here. No! I hate this stupid map. I'm so tempted to just dump all my resources into the SMG. So tempted. Because, see... Wait, did I get the zone that I was trying to go for? No, look at all this. I was right there. Look at all this, though. But then there's an unexplored door right over here. Let's just go to the door. My heart can't take this right now. We'll come back for that. Well, you know, we didn't even have cable internet in my holler until I was in college. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we were definitely blessed with I mean, granted, I lived with my grandparents for most of my young life. We were pretty blessed to have internet and TV. So, yeah, I'm grateful for that for sure. Hence my love for technology. As well as just like the best melting pot of like, granted, I didn't have free access to it. Is that a gigantic? I I think that's a gigantic flyer. But yeah, I had like the best melting pot of like video games around me, just in my neighborhood of the surrounding houses, and I was one of the few kids, very few kids, that actually was bold enough to be like, hey, can I come in your house and you know my grandparents and my mom, so can I come play your Super Nintendo or your NES or something? It was actually the NES mostly that I played, or the N64. The one neighbor had, and he was like the coolest kid in my eyes because they had Smash Bros. And I only went over to his house to play that. I didn't care to hang out with him. Okay, we're fighting a boss. Hope you're ready, everyone. What has been your favorite gaming console, like past or present? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Okay. I'm always looking for an excuse to talk about these things. It's a tie between the... So this is hard. I don't want to disrespect any of them, because I love so many of them. But I had to... Where is this guy? I can mark him like this, right? Or maybe I can't. I would say...
Oh, damn it.
Just in no particular order, I'll have to name 3. It's gonna have to be... Where the hell is this flying boy? It's gonna have to be GameCube, PS2, and Super Nintendo. And that's just the end of that story. PS2, because you can play PS2 and PS1. PS2 just has an amazingly huge library. Like, I remember what consistently baffled me, it still kind of does to this day, is you go into any kind of a game store and you look at their PS2 wall and there's just so many games there. Almost every time, not almost every time, every single time, frankly. Okay, hold this. Every time you look at that wall, you'll probably find something you've never heard of. It's not always the best, but just the sheer amount of games in the library is my mind. And the graphical jump. Okay. That was scary. From PS1 to PS2, the graphical jump was just... It was amazing. I mean, we went way more into the 3D stuff. Okay, this boss is chilling somewhere around here. I guess we'll just wait for it to fly over us while we talk about old video games. When he's done with the boss, he's about to go on a game rant. I'll do it while I fight the boss. And then, GameCube, I mean, part of the reason that's so special to me is because of really only a handful of games, but Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube. When that came out, oh my god. That like coincided with the movie release, or it was around that time, and I love Spider-Man. I'm not like into the comics or anything, so that's kind of blasphemy to say that, but or I just haven't read them, I guess. I don't really have the patience with my ADHD. I'm more like movies and games, but nice, we got it. Alright, Mutator, Momentum. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube, I played the heck out of that everywhere I went. And then a couple other games. One is called Gotcha Force. It's basically this E-rated, like almost anime-esque robot collecting arena game, kind of like a Gundam Versus. Honestly, I would say it's almost like a Gundam Versus successor. Decoy knows what I'm talking about with that. What did I'm trying to see what that thing dropped. It was a mutator, right? Amulet, rings, go here. That's my relic. Maybe it's for a boss weapon. Okay. Well, we killed 2 bosses already, so that's cool. Now we get to explore whatever's in this area. Something shiny over here. Ooh, nice. But yeah, Spider-Man 2, Gotcha Force. What? I just got an achievement for that. Discover a blood moon room. Okay, so apparently that only opens during a blood moon. Okay, well we have this now. Yeah, Spyro 2, Gotcha Force for the GameCube, as well as Star Fox Adventures, as bad as that game is. I just love the bird in the beginning. He's like, Krazoa Palace. Gain 3% of base range damage, Della's lifesteal. At full health, range damage is increased. I mean, that's not bad, but what does mine do now? Oh, my bleeding. Right, no, we're not going to do that. Because I can bleed them, and then I can get more crits. Sonic Heroes as well for the GameCube. I really enjoyed playing that. Oh my gosh, forget Sonic Heroes. Trash that, actually. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube was so good. And like before that, it's not that I wasn't a Sonic fan, because I had the original one of the Genesis growing up. But I wasn't like insanely deep into Sonic, but something about Sonic Adventure 2 and the fact that Shadow was in that game was just, oh man, it was so cool. And the alternate storylines, and then the ending was so crazy. Especially being a Dragon Ball fan, I won't spoil it. I blew up Marvel Ultimate Alliance on PS2. I hear that game was like absolutely goated back then. I heard it's still one of the best. And there's I guess there's an X-Men game that's similar to Marvel Ultimate Alliance that I think it's like X-Men Apocalypse, from my understanding. People also really seem to love that. Overall, N64 will always be my favorite. I think it would have been my favorite had I grown up with it. But as I only had such limited access from that friend's house I was talking about, I mean, Smash Bros. Was like, just blew my absolute tiny mind when I played it at that friend's house. And I was obsessed with going over and just seeing, because Smash Bros. Was my introduction to so many characters. Like, I'm pretty sure before that I didn't know about Metroid. I knew about Kirby. Obviously I knew about Mario. Oh god, there's symbols to remember. Fantastic. Star Fox I knew about, but just seeing them all in this game, and like I had no idea who Ness was from Earthbound. That was a cool little moment for me. It was just this like melting pot of these characters. And they were all fighting, and it was awesome. And the music was great, the stages were cool, the bonus games in between, and the mystery of like what's up with the Master Hand at the end. That friend also never had, like the only two games I ever saw on his 64 were Smash Bros. And I think it was Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. But I saw those very briefly. And then I got this is going to end tragically with my story here, but then I got when I got my GameCube, I was spoiled, at the time, only child. And I got my GameCube and the Zelda collection because my family and I love Zelda, or at least my grandparents. My grandmother and I did. So I got the Zelda collection, which comes with so many Zeldas, from the older ones to, at the time, the newest ones, which were on the 64. So I got Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, all on one disc, all at once, as well as some other ones, and a Wind Waker demo, which was huge. I think I just ran in a circle here. But yeah, I played the heck out of Ocarina of Time, because I also got the strategy guide on that same day. And unfortunately, I never beat it. I'm notorious, I've never... Let me think. Oh yeah, I've only beaten one Zelda game at this point in time, and that was actually Breath of the Wild. I would honestly love to beat Tears of the Kingdom, but my brain is too dumb to figure out the building, and that saddens me. Because Tears of the Kingdom seems like a really cool game, right up my alley, especially with the open world and stuff. But between the recipes and the building, I don't know, man. I struggle with it a lot. But yeah, Super Nintendo though. Sorry, I didn't finish my rant. Super Nintendo was A Link to the Past. Ironically, another Zelda game I never finished. But God, I love A Link to the Past. My whole family played that game at one point, and sometimes, depending on who was there, they would actually. Let me snipe this dude. Psych, just kidding. Depending on who was there, if I was stuck on a level or something in A Link to the Past, or didn't know where to go or what to do, when I would sleep, sometimes they would take over for me and get me past that thing I was stuck on. And then I'd wake up and continue moving on. Oh, I don't make that. Oh, I don't make that. That's a shame. So yeah, there's so many games for the Super Nintendo. I had this Real Monsters game that I loved. It was insanely hard, but so were most of those games, to be fair. A Toy Story game I loved. There was this one fighting game. It was Ranma Half. I think I got randomly gifted from like my grandmother's coworker. That was a pretty fun game I played off and on. It's just some random like arcadey shooters that I had. Star Fox, the Super Nintendo, absolute goat of a game. Everyone's like, oh man, the 64 version, but I had the Super Nintendo, which was the original version. Granted, it's lower poly, probably less visually impressive, but man, what a game that was. I spent years of my life playing that. Might have beaten it once, not fully sure. Funny enough, years later, I somehow ended up with a 64. Not somehow, I'm sure I just bought it. And I tried to beat Star Fox on the 64, and yeah, I just I got absolutely decimated by, I think his name's Andros, that final boss. Couldn't figure out how to beat him at the time. And that was like probably like 12, 14 years ago at this point. I had a phone call, so I'm so sorry if you said already, but Super Scope on SNES was so fun. Super Scope. Let me take a brief second to Google this, because you piqued my interest. Super Scope. Whoa, it comes with a gun. A toy gun. Dang, that's really cool. I never got to play. So funny enough, we had I think it was called the light gun. We had a light gun, but we didn't actually, or I don't really know. I never encountered the light gun game to go with it, so I never actually, unfortunately, got to use that feature. I knew what it did and everything, but never interacted with that particularly.
This isn't looking good.
Oh, at the very least, even though we died, we're gonna get some good XP from these monsters. I know I'm exploring a different way, but I'm so lost in this area right now. Okay, that guy's kind of a problem. Okay, we're done. And then I also had, for the Super Nintendo, I just had so many goated games, to be honest with you. I sound like a spoiled rich kid, but I promise you it was just a mixture, just the luckiest, genuinely the luckiest mixture. Not that my family was anywhere near upper class or anything in terms of wealth, but I had the luckiest group of people around me that were so generous and kind, between aunts or aunts and uncles, family, friends. Like I said, sometimes people from like my mom's work or my grandmother's work or something would give games because we just happened to be the only people with kids that played games at the time that they knew. So I had like Super Mario All-Stars. I played the heck out of it, and I still think is like right up there with Link to the Past, with an absolute classic. You have to have that if you get a Super Nintendo. Trying to think of others. I had this one really scary, like, religious RPG game that I always forget the name of, and every couple of years I go to look it up. And I remember it, then I subsequently forget about it. But it was really scary, and I never finished it. And all I remember from that game is the beginning of it. There's like this demon that sacrifices a person on this altar. This very scary red-looking demon. And that terrified me as a kid. But once in a while, I'd pop it in and play it, and then remember why I didn't. Other games I'm thinking of that were this. I had this Spider-Man X-Men game too. That was absolutely impossible. Granted, you got to remember with the Super Nintendo, a lot of these are going to be. Super Nintendo was huge for bringing the arcade to the home console, as well as I believe the NES, if I'm not mistaken, did that as well. Probably pioneered that. So a lot of these are just brutally difficult for the sake of getting your quarters. But they definitely didn't change it for the home release. But yeah. Very long answer to your question, but those are probably my 3 absolute must-have consoles for sure. Definitely can't narrow it down to just one. How the hell did I miss that so much? There's too many paths here. This is hurting my brain. It's just a path to nothing? It is. I am curious though, Zelda, since you brought it up, what are your top 3 favorite games for your favorite console, which I'm assuming is N64? Top 3 favorite games. Decoy-Gaming, what is your favorite console? Zelda asked. I actually don't think... I'm gonna give a guess and say that his might be PS3. But I actually don't know the answer to that. It's only been like 15 years I've known that man. Okay. It's spookily quiet in this game now. Also curious, Zelda, did you look into... You might have mentioned it. Did you look into getting this game? Not sure if it's on like a Steam sale or anything. Ocarina of Time, Donkey Kong, and Mario 64. I mean, what more do you need? You know what I mean? Notice how I did not mention Majora's Mask? Why do you dislike... Do you dislike Majora's Mask? Because it seems that way based on your response there. I'd be a little surprised to hear that. Considering your name is literally Princess Zelda. I think I just went in a big circle. I totally did. You dislike Majora's Mask? No way. Is it because of the time mechanic that you have to keep up with? Because I found it overwhelming. Like, I love the vibe and the story of Majora's Mask, and I love looking up videos on it. But playing it, I always really struggled with it. Just keeping myself organized, and especially without a guide, man, that game is, at least to me, and I know I say it a lot, but I do genuinely have it, my ADHD brain, it's so hard to stay organized. I like to piddle around. The time restraint and the constant reset of things just killed me. Yeah, that's a totally fair complaint. It was a cool mechanic, and I liked that there were stakes to it, and the moon was super creepy and like iconic, but I completely understand what you mean there. I don't like to feel rushed. One thing I just really dislike in games that I am actually trying to warm up to more is anything that's like time attack based. Any kind of a time limit just stresses me out immediately. The fish boss in the third temple also made me break it. You broke his N64 controller? No way.
Okay.
No
This is
way.
it.
You smashed one? Dude. I've never heard of anyone breaking a 64 controller. Well, not that way. I've heard of like the sticks getting ripped and all that. The fish boss made you rage quit. That's so funny. I have no idea what boss that is, by the way. So, I never made it that far. I literally just could not figure out what to do past a certain point. I'm a tiny rage machine. Yeah, I totally get that. That's so funny. Only time I ever smashed a controller was when I bought Prototype 1, brand new, and I got home and my character was infinitely spinning. And as a broke 7th grader who traded in everything I loved just to get that game, I was raging, and I smashed that PS3 controller like it was a football, and I just scored the game-winning touchdown. And it exploded like it was made of Legos. So I then traded in Prototype 1 for a new controller so I wouldn't get grounded. And I never got to play it till way later on. I will rank my top 3 Zelda games though. Not that you asked. I definitely want to know that though. I love gaming top lists. Like they're just so personal to each individual. And we all have our different reasons for why we love some of these unique games. I have a laundry list for PS2 that I didn't even cover actually. I really would love to, if Decoy's okay with it, make a top 5 video one day once I'm actually able to get a PC to edit again. Because I don't think doing it on my phone would be feasible. Top 5 PS2, top 5 GameCube, and Super Nintendo games. Even though I've rarely beaten many games in my lifetime, surprisingly, as much as I have gamed. Okay, Ocarina of Time. Is this in order from? This has to be from best to worst. Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword. I don't feel Breath of the Wild is a typical Zelda game, so it has its own ranking. That's totally interesting, but valid. I just lost so much health. I'm such a doofus. Do that for sure. That would be cool. Yeah. I'd love to get a chance to just ramble on about some of those games, specifically, and why they're so cool. Okay, there's a platform. Oh, they're above. Wait. I see them on the map. How do I zoom in? Excuse me. They are above me. Oh, I see. I go over here. I jump down here, and then I go up. Okay. Which is over that away. Okay, so Ocarina of Time obviously is your number 1. Twilight Princess, and then Skyward Sword. I'm so surprised Skyward Sword is on your list. I've never played it, but I know that's a widely, I don't want to say hated game, but it's disliked a lot. Decoy, when you have the time, I know you're both working. Imagine having a job. Could it be me, right? Stream. I know you're working, but we're gonna need your. What was our question again? Was it top? Okay, 2 separate questions. Favorite game system of all time, or systems if you're like me. Totally fair. And then your favorite top 3 games of all time or on that system, depending on how crazy you want to get when you have the time. The remaster for the Switch is amazing. Really, for Skyward Sword, the Wii mechanics were god-awful. See, you say that, but my first time ever playing Twilight Princess, funny enough, was on the Wii, and I loved it. I thought it was pretty fun and immersive in a way. Kept my brain busy. Okay, so now we gotta hop over here. And parkour a little bit more. Hopefully I don't roll by accident. Yeah, I would love to play Skyward Sword someday. I think do I own it? I don't know. I know I have Twilight Princess for the Wii over there. Sadly, I sold my GameCube. Because of the struggles. Yeah, you're talking about Skyward Sword. I definitely know that. I gotcha. Okay. Making our way up the labyrinth here. Hopefully to something good. I have Twilight Princess for Wii, but I just grabbed it for GameCube at the Retro Video. That's a huge pickup. I'm planning to stream it at some point. That'd be exciting. Okay. Shameless plug. Yeah, Twilight Princess is such a cool vibe to it. I'd love to finish it one day. I got pretty far into that game. Used to go over to my grandmother's when she moved to Florida and hop on her Wii and play that once in a very blue moon, and have not played it since her passing years ago. So I'd love to revisit that someday. Have you played Zelda? Since we're on this topic of Zelda, have you played Tears of the Kingdom, and what are your thoughts? If so, and if you have played, any tips for a noob builder like myself? If not, totally okay. I want to love that game. I want to play it and see to the end. Ooh, a chest. New amulet, Talisman of the Sun. Let's see what this is about. Talisman of the Sun increases fire damage by 25% and burning damage by 50%. Ooh. I have played it. Unpopular opinion, I did not enjoy it. Actually didn't even beat it. Okay. I totally respect that and kind of agree with you, obviously from what I've said. So what about that game specifically did you dislike enough to not to put it down? I'm going to take a guess it was the building. The building seems to be very divisive with people. Okay, so that we did that whole entire loop there. Excellent. My completionist brain is satisfied there. Now we got to go back to the front here. Get all that done. There's got to be another. Surely that flying boss wasn't the boss for this whole level. It's got to be like a main boss, if you know what I mean. Because I feel like that one was optional. It might have not attacked me if I didn't shoot at it. Is it this way? No, it's to the right. I did not like the building mechanics. I found the map to be boring since it was so similar to Breath of the Wild. The new abilities were cool, but I didn't get used to them as much as it seemed. The building was the main way to accomplish things. And that's my issue with it, right? Not to hate on that game too much here, but... And it's partially because I just didn't understand the building or how to do it right. And everything I would build was just horrible and never helped me. But it was just so centered around the building that it really does seem like the main mechanic for that game. I did like the ability to go through the ground. I thought that was pretty cool. I loved the new slingshots, like the things that shoot you way up in the air. I thought that was neat. Cool way of getting around more. I love the verticality of that game in terms of the up or the down. But the building, man, I don't know. I've looked up online. People are like, "Oh, you don't need to build much, like really at all. You can get away with just not doing it." I can't aim with that scope. But me personally, if the game wants me to build, which it definitely does with all the things it gives you, and I can't learn that, I don't feel right continuing through that game. Like, it doesn't feel right playing it without those mechanics, if that makes sense. I feel like I was intended to learn the building and then get decent at it and then use that to beat the game. I agree. I walked out of so many shrines because I could not get it. Yes, it was frustrating. It was frustrating as I love puzzles where I'm not mechanically inclined. Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping we don't get another this is blasphemy to say, unless they move away from the building, I hope that the next Zelda isn't a Breath of the Wild-esque one. Which really sucks for me to say, because I died in the same spot here. I died here last time. Cool. It seemed to make a game that is already time-consuming much more time-consuming. Right, yeah. I don't have a problem with it being time-consuming as long as the time spent is fun, you know what I mean? Which, if you're in a building and you're creative like that, and you understand how the mechanics work, I think that game is 100% for you. But if the next Breath of the Wild doesn't have building, or whatever that looks like, you know what I mean? The next Zelda game doesn't have building in Breath of the Wild style of that open world, I could definitely see myself really enjoying it. But between the fact that, at least from what I had played, this is the huge caveat to this, so nobody come at me in the comments. From what I played, it doesn't seem like we have traditional dungeons back, which I really did enjoy, and they were really iconic in every Zelda. And then the building was just too centralized of a mechanic in Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, rumor is that it will be back the more linear type. I would enjoy that. I mean, that's hard because I love open world games, and like I said, I love Breath of the Wild, but not Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, we can't make this jump. Don't even try it, guys. I don't know why you keep bringing it up. Gosh, some people. I don't mind a more linear type game, especially nowadays with my growing. I mean, I think it's just how the hell do we get around this? Hold on. And then you go over. Oh, there's a path over here. I'm a doofus. That probably connects. That's why they had us go way to the right. That makes sense. Okay, we'll go that way. I kind of forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I love an open world game. I loved Breath of the Wild's format. Well, I shouldn't say that. I didn't love Breath of the Wild's format. I'm just a certified Zelda hater on the channel now at this point. I didn't like the cooking, partially because I can't remember recipes well. So, like, I just don't, which is ironic because I love Dark Souls games before I say this. I love Dark Souls games, but I hate games where you have to Google information to know how to play them. I don't like having to reference Google unless I really want to. I think that information should be conveyed properly in game. But as someone with a bad memory, those recipes which were so vital to your survival in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I just couldn't remember them. So I would have to look up online what the best ones were for what I could, food I had and stuff. Oops. And also, I hate the weapon breaking system, but that's nothing to Zelda specifically. Dark Souls 2 also did that, where your weapon just degraded super easily, and that was not my thing. I think it's a kind of a lazy mechanic. I understand it like forces you to use other weapons, but why can't I just use the weapons I want to use and enjoy your game that way? You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't want this to get too negative. If you enjoy Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, I'm happy for you. I wish I did too. Okay, so we gotta make our way up here to the left. But I will say, I would love an Ocarina of Time-esque game again, where it's like a bigger hub world. Not necessarily a hub world, but just a big world that you can explore that's not as big as the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom-esque ones, but still got room to move around it. Those seem to be the kinds of games I enjoy more nowadays, and have the least trouble committing to finishing. I will say the new game Echoes of Wisdom, where you play as Zelda, was amazing. I heard it's really good. I don't know if it's for me. I love the art style, and it looks a lot like, reminds me a lot of A Link to the Past and some of the decision making that they made. Not sure if it's for me, but maybe I'll try it one day. I just got hurt by a freaking deer. Again. Wow. This guy's gotta go. Nope. Pop out an enemy. Done. Thanks for the materials. Okay. You gotta go.
Well, at least that's over.
Just checking this is the right path. Okay. We gotta get to the boss. We've been on this level long enough. Oh god. Kinda get to stepping. Also, I'm definitely due for some upgrades by the time we get back to the main area here. I don't really know which way to go here, so we'll go left. Ooh, purple thing. That's a skill point. Very nice.
Here they come, here they come.
Trait point, I should say, not a skill. Oh. Alright, we'll use this real quick. Thinking maybe a little more stamina. I'm not sure if there's a level cap in this game, to be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about this here. Sorry, just checking my phone real quick. I also apologize if anyone was in the Twitch chat and my phone decided that it was time to turn off for a second there. Hit that dude for like 316 or something like that. Oh, also I'm excited to go back to the camp because I forgot we have like basically a new boss weapon. Or, sorry, not a boss weapon, but a boss mod. Which is cool. I do want to talk to the guy next to the fire zone. I'm pretty sure he sells these weapons. Or boss weapons. If I recall correctly. Okay. Get off me. Stomp him. Yeah. I mean, we kind of missed, but that's okay. There's one like right next to me. Okay, that was a little cheeky. It's fine though. What's not fine is my heal situation. Do I have that ring on that regens me? I should probably put that on. That'll save us on healing. Got scared that someone was right next to me. Crit chance, XP, reduced damage. I guess we can take a little more damage as long as we regen it, right? Yeah. Just keep it on that. Oh, the regen is actually a little faster than I thought. Cool.
No, great.
No.
More bad news.
It's so annoying that I can't one-shot those blue guys. They have like a sliver of health left. Very unfortunate. I guess not. Weird. I am curious, Zelda, how do you feel about, I don't think I asked you this, how do you feel about Nintendo's Switch 2 and the $80 to $90 games, depending on if you get physical or digital? And that whole change. $80 for Mario Kart. I just think that's insane, personally. I still want it, don't get me wrong, but this Mario Kart's fun. But that price, no way, dude. Come on. Couldn't jump on that. That price just seems insane at that point. Oh, I gotta run all the way back now. This stream started off so smoothly. I apologize. I almost made it around to the door, too. What is that? Is that a shard? What's that red thing? It's a checkpoint. I was right near a checkpoint. I'm unhappy about that, not gonna lie. I would speedrun my way there if I knew how to get there. I just want to open this door. There's got to be some good stuff behind that door. I think I can just climb down this way. And then go off to the right here. Fairly certain. So the price doesn't seem high. Okay, I'll have to read that in a second. I tried to, then I remember the situation I'm in here. Now wait. At the very least, when I crit these blue guys, they seem to go down in the shot. Woof. Oh, hey, big buddy. I forgot that happened. I almost did damage for free.
Won't fit.
Another blue one up there.
It's over.
So the prices seem high, however, as long as there's no in-game purchases, I don't have issue with it. I pay way more for games in the long run with in-game purchase options. Okay, so you're more of like, you're more on the side of like you tend to buy more microtransactions, huh? Okay, so we still need to go left here and then another left when we can. I'm just hoping overall the norm does not become $80 to $90. I know there's a lot of discourse online about this and like, oh, back in the day pricing was cheaper, but it really wasn't if you look back at it for a lot of games. Especially Nintendo specifically, which is who we're actually talking about here. But I will buy skins all day. Skins are, yeah. Skins are tough. At least I try to only get skins if it's like a game I know I'm going to sink a lot of time into as of late. You won't discuss how many I've bought for Rivals already? You're like super into Rivals, huh? Do you play that game ranked or anything? Curious. I feel like Rivals is what Overwatch was for me and Decoy. To you. We grinded the heck out of some Overwatch when that was popping off. I need to step away for a minute and use the restroom, but I'm going to pause the stream here and I will be right back. I will answer any more questions in the chat in just a minute. You're back. Alright, and we are back. Okay, so no, I won't play ranked. It will ruin it for me. I just like to be casual and do my battle passes. Hey, nothing wrong with that. In fact, I commend you for that strength, because sometimes my ego really gets in the way in games and I go into ranked, and then that can often stress me out more than I know I can handle. And then I end up disliking the game after a while because I can't just play it for fun. Not that I can't, but I often go down that path. But yeah, nothing wrong with playing it in the regular mode and just having fun with the game. That is what they're there for. That's cool though. I'm glad you're enjoying it so much. That's not a guy. Alright. Did I go in here in the middle section? I don't know if I did or not. Nice, I just three-shot that guy. Let's go. Why can't I hit this? Oh my gosh. Where did those materials just go? Did I just pick those up automatically?
That's it. For now.
Uh-oh. Something happened with the stream. Are we okay? Yeah, I think we're alright. My video's lagging a bit. Let me know, people watching the stream. Is it lagging for you guys, or it might just be YouTube being weird? We can reset if we need to. Okay, I'm already going the wrong way. I'm surprised I like it as much as I do. I typically don't like those type of games, but it's the characters who make it for me. I love making myself learn to play my favorites. Yeah, those characters it was just such a knock out of the park for that kind of a game to come out. I mean, there's so many characters. You're bound to find at least one or two that you really like and enjoy, and you're attached to in some way. And then, like you said, just getting to learn them and their moves. And then obviously, skin comes out for them, like, you know, Spider-Man. Granted, I won't ever. It is laggy. Okay, that's not good. Might have to reset here in a minute. It's freezing. Okay. Well, as soon as I'm done.